right, here we go. Here we go. I actually already started Disassembly, so this is just going to be a continuation. But it's a mouse. It's a mouse, guys. You know, it's funny. Daz, in his A7v2 versus A9 Ultimate review, he mentioned the A9 Ultimate having more of a side curve here. That's 100% true. Yeah, the MCHOSE A7 is definitely flatter. It's really subtle. Like, there's no way in heck I would notice this unless I had both of them. But yeah, the A9 is like ever so slightly, I don't know, almost like it's not tapered like how a Lamzu Atlantis or Endgame Gear XM2 would be. It's more like there's a thumb groove on each side, kind of like a Zowie U2. That's how I would best describe it, I suppose. The dog joined me because she heard me talking. I've already taken some pictures for Reddit. So I don't know, just feel free to ask questions if you want me to backpedal, but I'm definitely going to be switching the switches, because holy crap, do these 100M mechanicals really, I dislike them. In no other mouse have I disliked them more than in the A7v2. That is for certain. It's interesting though, they do have this like separate structure. It's like a much simplified version of a GPX, which has like a pretty complex internal skeleton. Yeah, it's funny, Logitech and Razer, dude, they've had internal skeletons for a long time. I mean, they've done it from other mice, and now we're seeing some Chinese manufacturers do it. You know, often it'll just be a cross brace, because that's honestly all you need. And then another fascinating thing is, look at this antenna. This silver thing here, that's the antenna, I think. Right? Yeah, that's the antenna. And then this gold perimeter, I think, is a isolation thing. I don't know, you'll see that on motherboards by the audio components to minimize interference. I don't know what if the gold actually goes all the way through or what that means, but... yeah, it's an interesting PCB, huh? Realtek MCU, RTL 8762. 3950 Ti. Okay, because I think this is the Ultra. This is the Ultra. Yeah, it was weird. The Ultra was not like a much higher price than the others. I just got it because I think it was the cheapest green variant I could get. Well, why don't we desolder those switches, huh? I don't know if I got a weight of both PCBs, which is something I should do. I like how the dongle is green also. The entire thing is green. It came with green grip tape. It came with... whoops. Yeah, I don't really know if this PCB weight makes sense to take. You know what? Maybe it does, because maybe there's somebody out there who, like, likes the idea... like, for modding, does this actually make things easier, being able to move the switch PCB around? It might. It might. 11.3 grams is not good, but I guess for a two-part PCB, you get what you get. Oh, I got a really bad glare there. There we go. Okay. Destroyer, ayo! Hey, Destroyer, good to see ya. Bro, I follow the Crab Champion subreddit. Well, the algorithm, like, picked up on it. And, yeah, it's a fun little subreddit to follow. It seems like a pretty good community. Like, there's definitely some people who like will no life the game and are already like prismatic complete. And then there's other people who are like, look at how many chests I got, and there'll be like 20 chests. And people will still upvote it and be like, good job. Now come back when you have 255 whatever the extra chests one is, and yeah, anyway. The solder on this is like really... whoops. Yeah, I need to like invest in a good proper pair of helping hands. The problem with these ones is they just loosen every time you use them. I don't know, maybe I need to just get good. These Amron mechanicals in this just felt Absolutely terrible. They were... Oh, I should check. Is the stream looking good? Yeah, sure, good enough. In my very unflattering polo from work. That's okay. Mousecast is not tonight. I apologize for anyone who thought that this was going to be Mousecast. Oh, I did not start my text-to-speech bot. Oh. Let me do that right quick. Which is bot. What was it? Was called speaker bot. Oh, I'm gonna have to go into like my folder for this because I forget where I put it. OBS speaker bot. I need to make shortcuts for these things. So speaker bot, create shortcut. Where's create shortcut? Do we not have that option in Windows 11 anymore? What is this? How do you create a shortcut? Oh my gosh. Create shortcut Windows 11. Right-clicking new shortcut. Okay, right-click. I'm not seeing a new button. Am I missing something, chat? Am I special? Right-click. Add to favorites? What does adding it to favorites do? I got one that has a built-in magnifying glass with lights on the backside, and it's amazing. Yeah. I also don't want it to be big. I don't have much space, but... Yeah. New shortcut. Oh, you have to go this way? Oh my gosh, this is so back-assward. Really? Browse. Oh my gosh, this is so backward. Hold shift while clicking to bring up the old context menu. Holy crap, really? Dude, why can't that be default behavior? Because one of the things I hate is I often write, so at work, I have one hand on the keyboard, one hand on the mouse. So I'll often right click and then hit D. When you have the context menu open, you can just hit D to delete. Yeah, dude, Windows 11, they made some things that's just like not for power users. It's for normies on a tablet. Create shortcut. All right. Well, thank you, Destroyer, for that tidbit. So speaker bot, and let's get streamer bot going also. Streamer bot, shift right click as I'm trying to scratch the dog's chest because she's getting all needy. Streamer bot, okay. Streamer bot, launch please. Oh, we get a splash screen. Okay. Streamer bot. Okay, I think it's running. I don't know if I have to do anything to get it running. And then speaker bot. Windows 11 is garbage. Yeah. Okay, connection opened. I don't know. Somebody say something in chat. You can also use the command exclamate. Oh, wait, I can test. I can test for my own thing. Well, so much for like this being an informational stream. Just troubleshooting. So if I do TTS, hello world. Nope. Nothing. I have to initiate. I thought I like enabled the auto initiation things on streamer bot. Oh my gosh, you need 1 pixel on this to pick it. Okay. Actions and cues. Man. Oh, it tells me who's viewing right now? Wait. What? Wait. I can see who's no, it says there's only 3 people. I don't know. It says me, SweX, Cbit. This is wild. Oh my gosh, I can see who's viewing with StreamerBot. Well, too bad it won't like auto run my let's see. Settings. Yo, hey Schwamper, good to see you. Maybe I just don't worry about this right now. Refresh. WebSocket. Server is running. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not getting the notifications from it. I don't remember how I did this. Platforms, YouTube. I have to sign in every time? Oh, that's horseshit. Okay. Broadcast account, sign in with Google. Okay. Now let's try the chat again. TTS, hello.
Hello.
Oh, okay, it works. Okay, so I guess I just have to sign in every time. All right. Man, streaming is getting complex. I don't like it. My whole streaming setup is supposed to be like I just turn on the cameras and go. Like, I already put too much effort in with like trying to get a relevant thumbnail for you guys. So now I have to remember to sign in. Cool. All right, well, whatever. You guys can do the text-to-speech command. I'm not going to advertise it because it might get a little spammy. But I do get a ping every time somebody says something. That is so cool that that streamer bot tells me who's viewing, though. That is wild. I can go to viewers. I don't know how often this refreshes. His user IDs too? I wonder if I can ban you guys from there. Oh, my dog is spoiled, dude. I just played Frisbee with her in the dark. She's spoiled. I don't know. She has better eyesight in the dark than me, that's for sure. But she developed a new thing where she likes to play tug with the Frisbee. It's really adorable, though, because she will run. Like, normally when she brings it back, she kind of, you know, when she plays fetch, she kind of, she barrels after it. But then when she brings it back, it's, you know, it's a moderate pace little jog for her based on how tired she is. But when she wants to play tug, she runs it all the way back, comes right up to me and nudges it with me. Like, grab it, grab it. She's adorable. So as I was saying, this thing is terrible with Omron mechanicals. They are spongy, they are loud, they felt like crap. And that's part of it right there, is in the shell, there's quite a bit of sponge here, particularly if you press up higher. Yeah, there's a lot of... Yeah. Like, I don't get it, dude. Like, do people really palm that far? I don't know. My fingers are usually in line with the scroll wheel. Where do you guys put your fingers? Daz has his ridiculous grip. So when he scrolls, he uses like the side of his finger. It's interesting. I guess I should... Whatever. I don't know. I'm too old to change my grip. I'm too boomerfied. You guys see that Shouldoge is going to be on Mousecast this week? You guys want to know how it happened? So, this week has been slow on mouse news. The, like, only bit of news is that maybe we can talk about cloning ethics. Because there is the new ATK X83 came out. And Shouldoge, I watched his review on it, because I was like, I actually do really want a Key 83. But I don't want to pay the artisan tax. He did a review. It was very insightful. So I'm prepping the doc, and I'm like last night, and I'm like, I wonder if he would just come on. And so we have some DMing back and forth. There's a little bit of, like, he was like, I don't know why, but he was like, I think I want to wait till I'm at 1,000 subscribers. I don't know if it was for clout reasons that he felt like he needed to earn subscribers before coming on. Or if it was just like he wanted to maybe do it as a promotional thing for his channel. I don't really know. I don't know, guys. Dad started on the podcast without even a YouTube channel. But we got him. So it's going to be the pad cast this week. It's going to be a pad heavy cast. Oh no, but did you think you heard something? Alrighty then, dog. There was a comment that I got on a YouTube video a while back that was like, why don't you guys talk about pads? I was like, what? I literally have the news split into 3 segments. Woot woot. I literally have the news split into 3 segments. Mice, you guys will actually notice a logic flow maybe. It goes mice, pads, keyboards, other. The thing is, talking about my mouse releases is by far the most interesting. I mean, depending on the thing. It's just, it seems like there's a new special edition glass pad every week. Maybe people say the same thing about mice. Not Schwamper. Sholdo is just interesting though in that he cares way more about pads than mice, which is funny because that's like actually probably the proper take. Oh, you guys want me to see if I can get Amon Opticals to work in this? I can try. I should really get in the habit of testing with every mouse. Oh, and this encoder height is 9mm. I should snap a photo of that because I'm gonna forget. So I just went right into the disassembly here, guys. I didn't even like, because I actually started disassembly of this yesterday. I do as well, to be honest. Haha. Yeah. So that's like the base take, is to understand pads have probably a bigger, as long as your mouse isn't garbage. Like if you just pick any B tier or better mouse nowadays, your pad probably has a larger bearing on your performance than your mouse does. But I think that mice are just more interesting. There's just more to them. But by that logic, there's more to keyboards than there are to mice. Yes, wonder why they would use the 5-pin layout if they're going to use mechanicals anyway. Yeah, so I thought it might be... So remember in mass production, limiting your number of variants can be a cost... can be more cost beneficial. So there's that. But... even the highest tier options now don't have Omron Opticals. So it's like, what are they? You're right. I agree. And I don't know what exactly makes it incompatible with Omron Opticals. Like, with 5-pin opticals. Is it that the firmware isn't programmed to... You know, they're looking for... Again, I don't know how logically these are laid out. I am naive there. But you'd have to program it so you're recognizing the input from the LEDs rather than from the switch. I assume. I don't know exactly how it works. Perhaps I should read some of Omron's documentation. Or TTC's or someone's. It's crazy though. It seems so hard to find documentation. Like try to find information on frickin' Huano switches. Or like Kales, this huge multi-million-dollar switch manufacturer, and you just cannot find information online. I don't know if it's just because it's Chinese or something. Shout out Daz, who let me use like $80 worth of his coins, $83 worth of his coins. Don't DM him for the same thing, because he's gonna say no. Because he gave me his login info to do it. Mousecast is at a different time this week because of Dez is actually on a work thing in a different state. He returns tomorrow. If I change mice too much, it messes with my aim. The same doesn't happen with pads. Interesting. Asus should have more info on that because of hot swap patent. You can use mechanicals and opticals without any problem. Really? Really? They do that? I thought Ponage was the first one to have cross-compatibility between opticals and mechanicals. But I know the listings that I buy AliExpress that I buy these exact switches from. They advertise like ROG Gladius whatever optical switches. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying it's impossible to be able to like use both mechanical and opticals. I have other mice where it's worked in it, but I'm simply saying I don't know enough to tell people, to spread information as to why. That's like one thing I'm learning about podcasting is I have to be careful what I say sometimes. It's kind of boring, but like things can get taken out of context. Especially if, like, people hate you for one reason or another. Brother, we wrote on Reddit, I didn't know that it was you. I'm the one who optimized the optical switches. I discovered something cool today. Wait, what did we talk about on Reddit? Fishing with Lee. Your name looks familiar. Anyway. Yeah, r/mouse review, I used to think it was like the go-to place for mouse information. It's really frustrating, but actually Twitter has probably a bigger user base of mouse-related people. Did the spring mods right? What? What spring mods? Are you talking to me? I do really like that I have the notification sound enabled with StreamerBot. Even without the text-to-speech, it just allows me to then prompt... No, the other guy, okay. Yeah, it just allows me to... It's a prompt to look at chat. It only works, though, with only a few active people in chat. Like, if you guys all started spamming, I don't know what it would do. We could find out. D2FPFN2, they sure are. Here you go. Gonna show up. My beautiful hand hairs. They don't call me man-phalanges for nothing. China. Dad's Discord is a real place for mice news, let's be real. Is it? I hope so. But also, well, you know, news stuff, actually a Discord for news isn't that bad. I saw an article or a thing today, a Dexerto thing, that Framework, the laptop company that's doing like customizable laptop or like forever upgradable laptops, they're discontinuing their Discord server. And yeah, like Discord is not... It's really widely used amongst gamers, but it's really like a casual chatting platform. It is not good for things with a lot of substance like a forum might be. So I get that. Daz's Discord does work good though for a community. I think it might work well for mice actually, because with mice... Or with mouse news, it is temporary. But I know Sergeant Pepper in the Discord, he really wanted to get that pad thread thing going. And it just didn't work out. Just because it's not like... Yeah, Discord's like not a good forum. They have their threads feature, but it still isn't great. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys are watching nothing. ROM ER21 Pro. MCHOSE is missing out. They could have been using FEs or TTC opticals V2s. I know TTC. Yeah, guys, if I had to pick an optical switch right now, that's not D2. That's not Omron opticals. TTC V2s is where I'm going. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna plug this in and see if this works. Moment of truth. Let's put the ribbon cable back in. Oh, good golly! Which ribbon cable do I use? It's probably the front one. CM0, BAT1, CM1. Referencing my own pictures. There's the disassembly. I'm going to be posting pictures to Reddit so you guys will see. But, okay. So it's the right side connector. Alright, let's go plug her in. See if the opticals work in this. Wait a second. That's not fitting. What? Oh, the connectors are different sizes. I was totally wrong. Well, okay. Well, good on MCHOSE for having different size connectors. Makes the world go round. Okay. I'll move my camera so you guys can at least see something happening. dongle. Right now, what do I have plugged in? I have a MotoSpeed X6 plugged in. Still a decent shape. Sorry. Microsoft sounds are me. Sorry, y'all. Oh, I need a battery, huh? That would help. That would indeed help. And I put this battery where again? I need to do the Luna. I have a Luna right here. I need to do this weekend. Man, work has me so swamped though. It's okay, you guys don't care about work. You're like, shut the heck up. ROM Leviathan is good. The Luna is actually not my favorite, just shape-wise. It's a solid mouse. It's probably high A tier, low S tier in terms of like build, coding, all this stuff. It has probably industry-leading skates. But where did I put the battery, my dudes? My brother? What? Alright, I guess I'm gonna do it wired. Which means I need this. Over here. And right mouse. Oh, I guess I should have actually moved it someplace that I can... Bro, if you open... I'll read that message in a minute. I'm doing something here. Where did I put my MotoSpeed X6's? Yeah, it's actually a decent mouse, if I can find it. Alright. Going back to the VGN F2s. I don't know where I put my MotoSpeed. Sorry, all the Windows sounds are me. VGN F2, dude. This does not leave my desk. It's so good. It's so good. Alright. I'm on optical work. Nope, no working in the MCHOSE. Confirmed. Alright. That means we gotta solder it in the mechanical way. Alright, what did y'all say in chat? Did you put Omron Opticals in your V4? Nope, not yet. I have been working. It has been a crazy week. I have a job. I had a phone interview. I have a job interview on Monday that I need to make a presentation for and learn new software prior. It's insane, dude. I gotta work on my car tomorrow because the brakes are making a funny sound. Yeah. Life's busy, you know? Alright, bro, if you open the optical switches and press these two metal pins that holds the spring 0.1 millimeter together with pliers, you get the switches that work better than Japanese mechanical. Okay, you do you, homie. I've modded switches before and I don't really care to do that. But I'm glad you found something that you enjoy doing. Oh, I should flip that upside down. Don't want to dox myself. Alright. Now let's plug that back in and see if it works. Now I should be using this in mechanical mode. There we go. Connector's connected. Ribbon cable's connected. Let's try this again. Speaking of pronouncing things were interesting, I had a professor who used to say strength instead of strength, but apparently that's like the proper pronunciation. Okay, yep. MCHOSE A7v2 confirmed. Optical switches do not worky in it. I've seen people mod their Omrons and ratios to be silent. Oh, that's interesting. Where? Is that on mouse review? Am I mouse review illiterate now because I'm not posting on there every day because I'm really busy now? Maybe. Maybe. You guys see that Viscose says she's going to stop doing aim trainer content? Bro. So apparently she hurt, I don't know the details, but she said she hurt her wrist or something. And now she's just going to be focusing on playing FPS games. She still has like a couple Kovacs or a Kovacs video in the works or something. But I don't know. Part of me is like, you do you as a creator, but never say never publicly. Personally, I wouldn't do that. Like if Mousecast fades out because I like have a kid and don't have the time anymore or whatever, then I probably won't do a big grand announcement of it. It'll probably just be like several weeks in a row of apologies that it's not happening this week or something, and then it'll just be, I don't know, just be the last video on the channel. We'll see if that happens though. How many degrees do you use when soldering? What an interesting way to ask that. I'm at 650 right now. 625 Fahrenheit. Celsius, that's like what? 340, something like that. Okay. Gotta clean out the holes, you know what I'm saying? Fishing with Flea knows what I'm saying. Hurting yourself just for coovs. Coovs. You guys want to go play some Covex? Some coovs? Get the coovs in? Get your coovs in for today? Coov session? Alright, we gotta do the icicle trick. You know what's funny is I hope I like stumble upon somebody who's also modding Armor Opticals, and when somebody asks how they do it, they say icicle. I mean it's not like still what's another word I could use? Stalagmite? Stalagmite? Depends on how you hold it. Because I remember stalactites hang tight to the ceiling, and stalagmites are like mites, they're on the ground. I remember that from when I went to Mammoth Caves. Mammoth Caves National Park. Big old cave system here in the USA. Yeah, that looks good. We got our armor and opticals. We're ready to start clicking heads. Not really, clicking craps, so I don't really play that many games anymore. I have not played, it's crazy, I have not played an FPS since September. I tried Battlefield 6 on release, and was not impressed. It looks like the game has improved though. It looks like input, feeling, and movement has gotten a little bit better. So that's good. But yeah, I won't be getting Battlefield 6 until it's like $15. Alright, make sure the click still click. Very nice. Those are some nicely binned switches. Nice and snappy. Snappy sappy. Happy snappy. I need to do a battery. Have you experienced any double clicking with Armor Opticals in mechanical mode yet? Good question. No, I have not. Good question, Fearless. I have not, and will it happen someday? Probably. But people, I think, get a little bit obsessed with like double click switch ratings. Maybe I'm just privileged because I can solder in new switches, and most people are, you know, when their mouse starts double clicking, if there isn't adjustable debounce, it literally means that their mouse is dead. But I mean, back in the day of Logitech using Omron 20Ms and everything, those would start double clicking after like 2 months. I don't know what I did with... Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here's the MCHOSE battery. Okay, if anyone wanted to see the MCHOSE battery, this was it. And I'll grab a weight for it too. I already got the picture, but you guys can at least see the weight now here. It's a 500 milliamp hour, surprisingly fat JST 1.5 millimeter connector. 8.69 grams. Blood sugar at, okay, yeah. So fun fact, my wife has gestational diabetes, which it's not like a huge deal. It's basically the placenta doesn't know how to regulate, doesn't know how to insulin or something. So it's like apparently a pretty common thing this day and age. And it's based on the placenta. It's like not even based on necessarily your eating habits or your health or like that you're going to get it again because it's, you know, you get a new placenta every pregnancy. And I wonder if this is going to get me like demonetized talking about placentas. And yeah, she has to prick her finger, take her blood sugar every now and then. The PCB of the ROM ER21 Pro has very thin conductors. Is there a great danger that you can damage them when soldering? I have never seen such thin conductors on a mouse. Thin conductors? You mean the pads? I mean, look at the MCHOSE. Look at this, dude. If it focuses, huh? These were like, oh my gosh, can you focus, please? These were like teeny tiny. Like you're talking the pads around the solder joints? Like, these were like the size of the 5-pin optical pads. And I still solder to them okay. And at least, oh, you know what? I said, I still solder to them okay, but I only checked the one switch. So you know what, Fishing with Lee? Mr. Fish? I'm not even going to call you Lee, even though that's obviously your name. I'm going to call you Mr. Fish. Lee the Fish. We're going to check the other switch because you're probably not wrong, but I should verify. So, left mouse works. Right mouse works. Yay! All right. So we're gonna have to make a new battery because this is a big fat JST 1.5 millimeter connector, huh? Gonna get out my batteries here. Take a big old whiff of lithium. I probably shouldn't do that. Battlefield's supposed to be better than the new Call of Duty, but I only play CS2. Have you ever played CS? Yeah, I probably have like 40 hours in CSGO. Yeah, it's a fun game. I don't like tac shooters. I don't like search and destroy mode. It's kind of boring. It's just not how I grew up playing games. I don't know. I grew up like in a... Like, I respect it. I definitely do. Like, in terms of watching competitive play, I follow Trade It on Twitter because that's fun. They make good memes. It's also really cool that CS has such a... It has such a following. There is so much... The game itself is... Sorry, the game itself is very... I don't want to say simplistic. It's an incredibly straightforward FPS game. There's no sprinting. You just have, like, smoke grenades and bullets and... Like, that's it. Yet, there's so much depth in terms of plays and knowledge. So, from that perspective, I really like it. Because I'm the type of person that I don't really like... I like very raw gunplay games typically, but CS is just too slow. It's just too slow. So like the 40 hours that I have in the game is all the stupid gun game mode back in, because CSGO is like dead now, right? Like you can't play it anymore, right? So the gun, I don't even know what they called it, but it was the one where you get a different gun every life. What? Not the pads. I mean, in this green plantain. I don't think I quite understand. Plantains. How do you guys feel about plantains? They're like banana potatoes. Plantain chip. I do really like plantain chips. Plantain chips are yummy. So I'm going to solder to this battery, and I'm not even going to... Should I trim those? Maybe I will. You know what? I will trim them. I got time. I got time? Yeah, we'll go halfway on them. I usually like to stagger them, but we're gonna YOLO this. Do you know a 50-20-30 battery that's lighter than 5.8 grams with 300 milliamp hour? That is quite a question to ask as I'm live streaming. I do not have that. I might have that level of autism for determining the weight of a mouse, but I do not have that level of autism for batteries. I would say check the mouse modder spreadsheet in the description. Which I mean, once I found a battery that I like, which is these 40-20-20s that are 3.2 grams. And most importantly, they're cheap because I have literally bought over 100 of them. I have not searched for batteries at all. There was a guy who posted, he had like a, what was it, like a 30-15-20 or something that was like 2 grams? I don't know. It was 100 some milliamp hour and it was only 2 grams. It was impressive. Makes you wonder if they're lying, if they're being big old liars. Yeah, it's simple. That's what I love about CS. Yeah, yeah. There's like a lot of depth once you peel back the layers, but it's one of those games where like you can be a normie or you can be new to it, just watch it and understand it. That's something that that's like something that like I had friends growing up in college who watching them play League of Legends was like, I have no idea what's going on. Because League of Legends is like it's a very knowledge-based game. In terms of like combos and counters or something like that. I never got into League. I've only ever played FPS. Like, I think there's very few games that have really caught my fancy that are not FPS. Like, the closest thing I think that I have substantial hours in that's not a PvP shooter is Borderlands 2, which is still an FPS. I've even played... I have probably... I don't know how many hours to sure and I have in Sanctum. Sanctum, it's a tower defense game, but it's also an FPS. There's not a lot of depth to Sanctum, unfortunately, because you're just shooting bots, and it's a tower defense game, so, you know, you build your towers, you build your pathing, and then you yourself are basically I mean, you're a person who can move around and shoot things, but all you're doing is, you know, the amount of damage output that you do is still dwarfed by your towers. So it's not even like... It's not like a aim-heavy, skill-based game. Because the whole point of tower defense games is like, get the enemies to walk down choke points, and then just hose them down. So... It's one of those games that, like, even if you are totally dog crap with a mouse, you're still going to have 95% accuracy, because you're going to put all your power-ups into slowing the enemies down and choking them, and I don't know. Maybe there's, like, tower defense games out there that are more faster-paced. That'd be interesting. I'm trying something different here with my helping hands. I have not usually use helping hands in this way. I have like magnetically mounted ones. Hi, doggy. I know, I'm excited for mommy to come home too because we're going to get to watch Suits. I don't have to do MouseCast tonight. Yay! Oh no, that's terrible that I'm thinking that, but it's true. I don't know, MouseCast, it's like, because we start so late, like, I'll be ready for it up until about 9 o'clock. Then around like 9:30, I'm like, oh man, I'm getting tired. I don't have the energy for this. And then I'll start prepping the doc at like 10:30. Daz will hop on the call. We'll be like all mumbling and groaning about it. And then we get started and then it's so much fun. And we just can't stop when we end up going even longer than we probably should. So it's like still a good thing at the end of the day. But I should check viewership, if viewership has increased. There's more marketing stuff I should probably do. Like, it's pretty crazy how dumb the Twitter giveaway worked with T-Volution for getting... I went from 200 to 400 followers on Twitter. And I don't care about Twitter follower clout at all. Like, honestly, it's annoying that I have to post to Twitter. But that's the thing. I have to post to Twitter now because... when I do a MouseCast announcement on our Discord, it'll get like 5 updates, like 5 little acknowledgements. If I post it to Twitter, I'll get like 10. So I really want to know if more people get... I did not post this live stream to Twitter, and there's 7 viewers, and I feel like... this is very scientific. I feel like I get better viewership when I post to Twitter. How do you maintain all your mice, battery specifically? Like keeping them charged? The trick is you just never use... I just have so many mice where it's like... I have so many mice where if one dies, I just pick up another. And I'll throw that one on the charger, the one that died. So, yeah, if there's probably mice that I like haven't used in like a year. You know, like a AGES 3311 or something. And maybe like the battery in it has died. So, I don't like have them all on trickle chargers or anything like that. That's pretty crazy. What happens if you remove the silver foil from the battery? I've heard it's supposed to be dangerous. Maybe you could save some weight doing that. You're funny, Mr. Fish. Yeah. I saw some guy show a demonstration of like, this is what happens if you swallow a lithium battery. And he basically took apart a AA lithium where, you know, it's like this, where I forget what materials, it's layers of like lithium. It's like cathode and anodes like sandwich stacked together for electrons to move, right? So this one in a AA battery, it's rolled like a joint. And they put it in so they unwrapped it. They take out the spool, and then they take chicken breast and like wet raw chicken breast. They put it on the chicken breast, and then they mash them together, and they run away, and the thing starts smoking and catches on fire immediately. And it's like, oh yeah, okay, this is why you don't want to ingest lithium batteries. Okay, I was tempted to before, but now I know not to. Hey from Australia, says Elvisor. Hello to you too, mate. What's the time zone difference? What time is it there for you right now? Depends on what part of Australia you're in, right? It's 6:38 p.m. for me here in East Coast US time. So in Australia, it's like a 14.5 hour difference. It's brutal. I feel bad for Australians. They just get so used to being dicked for like anything international related. Although apparently you guys have like a pretty good consumers products right organization or whatever. It's been pretty progressive. I follow Hardware Unboxed. Do you follow Hardware Unboxed? VCO? 10:30 a.m. Yeah, okay, 14-hour difference. Okay, I wasn't too far off. I thought they had like a weird half-hour time zone difference compared to where I am, but whatever. Do you watch Elvizio? Do you watch Hardware Unboxed? They're like tech YouTubers, but they're Australian. Two guys, Steve and what's Tim? I really like Hardware Unboxed. I watch Lana's Tech Tips pretty much for the WAN show, as my little parasocial relationship goes with them, but for like actual tech content, like video card reviews, it's all Linus Tech Tips. I'm sorry, Hardware Unboxed. Tim for his monitor reviews is goated. Is absolutely goated. I would watch that constantly until I finally got an LG OLED 480 Hz, and now I'm just like, yep, my monitor can't really get any better, so I've stopped watching reviews. Worried about battery swelling? Yeah, how does that happen? Maybe I should be educated, because is this like a really bad idea? These are all the batteries that I've taken out. Not even all of them. I'll check them out. Yeah, brother, Hardware Unboxed. They're fun. They have the Hardware Unboxed podcast too. If you're here for Mousecast, if you want a podcast format for tech stuff, yeah, they're good too. Okay, so what screws where? Because that did not feel like it was threading in real good. Sometimes you can guess based on the color that's on the threads. Like if there's a little bit of green plastic. This one has black plastic on it. So this means it's going into something black. So I'm going to do this. How do you reuse mouse skates? You are careful when you peel them off. Like here's these ones that I peeled off. You know? You can see there's a little bit of a little bit of a fold here. But I mean, you just go slow. I don't know. How do you remove a sticker without like totally destroying the sticker. Please tell me you've removed a sticker in your lifetime. Man, I have to sleep. See you soon. Great work, bro. I like how you're doing your job. Yeah, well, thanks for checking in, Mr. Fishley. I'm glad I helped you on Reddit. You should watch Mousecast. It'll be live tomorrow at 10:45 p.m. Eastern with special guest Shouldoge, the goated mousepad reviewer who I have met up with once IRL. Fun fact. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to, Fearless. I don't mean to sound condescending. Should I swap that switch? No, I think that's okay, right? Yeah, it seems okay. All right, we'll keep it. No, I just, I don't know. Trial and error? I don't know. Like, go slow. Peel, you know, don't crease the thing. Like, you know, it's a piece of, you know, Teflon is plastic. It's a polymer, right? So you don't want to crease it in half because you're going to leave a fold in it, you know? I've seen people use heat guns. Yeah, sure. You can use a heat gun. I think that's a little bit extra, but you know. Perhaps, you know, I was thinking if I started like my own little website where I do battery swaps and mods for people, on a customer's mouse, I would probably want to use a heat gun or equivalent to minimize any sort of creasing. Because that would be pretty rude of me if I was like, yep, here's your mod. I'll take your money now. Thank you. And then I give you your mouse back and I like ruined your $15 skates. I hope I'm using the right screws here. Let's see. That one's green, green, green. I don't know. Green, green. Hard to say. Am I really about to use two different color screws? Bro, MCHOSE just use the same screws everywhere. Like it's what I do at my job. Because I know what it's like to assemble furniture. You know, and you have 6 different types of screws. Alright, PCB officially in. Yeah, see, I got silver, silver, black, black. And I think I'm missing screws. Because I've got 5 here. I'm missing a middle one right there. I don't know what I'm doing. Ponage has started their Black Friday sale for anybody interested. Yeah, did you see a lot of companies that started their Black Friday sale? Addis still has the... Maybe we'll talk about that on Mousecast a little bit. The thing is, like Black Friday, AliExpress 1111 is still better, you know? So like... Oh, wait a second. I can check click feel. Wait a second. I am missing a ton of... Oh, I'm missing a ton of screws. I forgot I put them in there. I'm so smart. Okay, well these 5, I put these 5 in there because these are for the skates. Okay. The dongle door is like surprisingly chunky on this. Okay, so I can check switch field just by doing this, can't I? Huh. Yeah, they still feel kind of spongy. I guess it must be this. Yeah, I know. So Addis is doing Black Friday. Who else have I seen doing Black Friday? Is Ponage's any good? I saw ROM is doing theirs. ROM's isn't great. They do have the Leviathan V4 on sale, but it's still $85 on their site. And it's like $68 on AliExpress, so... Yeah, okay. The A7v2, this is disappointing. The fulcrum is like really thick. So that's kind of disappointing. Let's mod that just a hair. Lethal Gaming Gear, yeah, thank you. They are doing theirs also, and I think theirs is quite a bit better. It's been on sale for a while. Like, I remember posting earlier, particularly the Neptune Pro being like $13 for a 500 by 500 square. Or not Pro, the non-Pro. And Lethal Gaming Gear LA1, their mouse that we've all forgotten about. But I think is a decent mouse. I don't know, Daz had one. I think I borrowed his briefly, but I don't think I've actually long-term owned one. But their LA1 was only $18, and then you could get a 4K dongle for $2. And Schwamper's gonna get a shout out on this week's podcast because of wait, was it no, sorry, not Schwamper, Soul Out, because he DM'd Lethal, or no, they replied to his comment on Reddit about an A7v2. They have the Molten Edge pads in stock, excluding the Blitz. Oh, good. Yeah, I'm still not spending $60 before shipping on a mouse pad, though. I don't think the Molten Edges are 500 by 500 either. I don't know. It's like, if I'm going to spend $60 on a mouse pad, it cannot have any compromises. I also don't spend full price on anything because I'm cheap as hell. You guys know me. Self-titled Discord deal daddy, I'll call myself. $97 Trinity CF, $79 Stormbreaker Max CF, $89 Stormbreaker, $60 Pyramid Glass Pad. Yeah, okay, those aren't bad. I mean, those aren't bad prices compared to what they normally go for. But there's bad prices compared to, like, what else you can get at the price range. Like, I sold my I got a review unit of the Stormbreaker Bloodline, V3 Bloodline. Guys, it's so disappointing. I left like a 3-star review on Amazon for it. It was so disappointing. Like, it's a mouse. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a mouse. It's an option. But for $180, QCW or Blitz, they'll have all the slow ones. Yeah, bummer. The QCW looks interesting. I feel like people don't know about it. They really haven't marketed it. I want a Blitz. Yeah, Daz really likes his Blitz. I tried to buy it from him. The Walhout that I have is close-ish, but the Blitz seems nicer. The Blitz seems more skin-friendly while still having similar speed. Man, I'm sorry. I'm like really... You guys can see how much fulcrum bending I'm trying to do here. I gotta figure out what we're doing for dinner tonight, too. I really want tacos. I want tacos all the time. Tacos are so damn good. Such like an easy go-to meal. Those feel pretty good. Let's try that. I need to sell my Molten Edge Pels. Ooh, a Pels. Dad sold me a Blitz, lol. Yeah, he might. Bloodline colorway is currently a more palatable $99. Yeah. Yeah, again, the Bloodline colorway is sick. Like, the bottom of the mouse is a high gloss candy red. It looks so good. It looks really good. Yeah, these just feel spongy. What? Oh, okay, that's where the... Okay, I only need 4 screws here, that's why. Alright. I'm gonna put the screws in this, but I'm not happy with how these Armored Opticals in this feel. It's not common, but every now and then I'll get a mouse where Armored Opticals just feel like crap in it, and I have to go to something with a more harsh tactile point. I don't use a mouse pad. Am I crazy? What are you doing in here, bro? Wait a second. Are you joking? I mean, using like your hard desk can be pretty based, but like, why are you even watching this stream? Not if you're happy. That's a good take. Yeah, the click feel on this is just like... You know what it might be? I think it's mice that have an angled PCB. Because I'm on opticals, I noticed they're really picky about... My soldering iron is on. They're really picky about... Hello, messages. About how you press down on them. They really like perpendicular pressing. So that makes me think an angled press would be better, but I think not. I think what ends up happening is... Because when you click down, you still are... I think it's doing a bit of like this. Like, that's the thing, guys. Look at this. So I can click this. Pressing like that is making an audible click. You can probably hear the clicking. But if I, like, slide... If I slide, I can depress the plunger without making a click sound at all. There's no click sound here. I mean... I'm doing it right next to the mic here, and there's no click sound. So I think there might be something funky with... These just feel spongy. I might have to switch to another switch. That kind of sucks. What is your favorite click that you've modded Omron Opticals into? Weirdly, Darmo Shark and Moto Speed stuff feels pretty good. My deluxe M800 Mini feels really good. 430 by 430. Mine's Duckbill HES Ultra. They're both awesome with Omron Opticals. Good to know. Okay, I haven't done any G-Wolves Omron Optical swaps. What else has felt really good? Rapoo stuff has not. And Rapoo, they do the angled clicks also, I think. Do they put angle to them? My deluxe stuff has been hit or miss. My Dario AE6 feels like garbage with them. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. How is the M700 Pro with Omrons? Where did I put that sucker? Let me grab it. I think this one was just okay with Omrons. Yeah, this one's just okay. The tactile point's a little bit muted and a little bit grindy towards the end. Yeah, it's not... Yeah, a little bit grindy on the M700. Omron Opticals. It's still not bad. Damn, I guess I need to swap switches again and take that PCB out. Best deals are the Max CF and the 500 by 500 Pyramid Pad. Yep, not bad. Hopefully the new Dharma Shark M9 will use Omron Opticals. They weirdly really like Motospeed. Dharma Shark has really enjoyed TTC switches. I would imagine they're going to go TTC V2 Opticals. Did they, in the M9 teaser, there's, I forget, on Mousecast we translated, or I posted it to Reddit, the translation, and I remember they said Nordic 54 series MCU. I don't know if they said optical switches. I forgot that the Leviathan, I forgot that this uses a Raisha Gen 3 or whatever optical encoder for the scroll wheel. Dude, it is nice. It's notchy while still being crisp. Or it's notchy while still being quiet and then crisp all at the same time. This is one of the best encoders ever. I might prefer Pulsars a little bit just because I think they have a little bit tighter tensioning. But for like bunny hopping, this is really, really good. Middle mouse is just okay. Yeah, I'll talk more about the round Leviathan in a future live stream. Not this one. I gotta figure out what switches to use in this then. Yeah, so my theory about the angled PCB just making... Yeah, because look at that. I mean, think about that. The plungers are angled, but it still feels like crap. You know, if you're pressing down like this, It feels spongy and not tactile versus perpendicular is more tactile. Maybe I just discovered something about armor opticals. That's nice then. I'm gonna, hopefully if I learn from this, then I won't waste my time soldering them into things that already have angled. So, what can I do then? I've got TTC dust proofs in different varieties. I've got blue and aqua ones like the dragon and whatever those are. I have 80M, 30M, 60M. I have a bunch of Huanos here. I wish ROM used the 54L15 in the receiver too. Oh, they don't? Really? Are you sure, bro? Because the receiver's new. This is the Leviathan receiver. It's wild. It's friggin' huge. Look at the size of it. And it has this one giant button on it, which is actually really nice. It's also, it has a little bit of heft, but the button is just for pulling rate. Like, how nice is that? Because then if you're the kind of person who wants to use 4K hertz in game, but you don't want your battery to die, well, it is, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to use some blue shell white dots. These are like one of my favorite Huano switches if I want a more tactile experience. Which I'm probably going to put armor opticals in my ATK. So the A7v2 will be my tactile GPX clone. They use 52840. That's a shame, bro. Really? Why even advertise it? Man. I'm like actually testing these switches pressing at an angle. We're gonna try that one and that one, I think. Wait, I got a notification, but I don't see a new chat. Oh, do I have top chat? My bad. I have top chat. I need to switch this to live chat. Okay. Because somebody's probably talking and YouTube thinks you're a bot. Sneaky ass companies. Han Zolo? Wait, what's your name? Han Zolo. Yeah, okay. That's funny. Is that like Hanzo the Overwatch character reference? Han Zolo? Oh, Hanzo mains. Oh, yeah. Takes me back. I played a little bit of Overwatch. Hanzo mains, bro. They should all uninstall. Oh, Han Solo. Okay, Han Solo's cool. But I did play Hanzo. No! Illegal. Get out of my chat. Banned. ROM has always had subpar battery life compared to others with the same specs and configs. It's a shame, really. Yeah, I haven't tested long enough to make an opinion. Man, now I gotta try to get this out of here, bro. Oh, desoldering armor opticals is kind of a pain. Mods, send this man to the gulags. Yeah. I don't have any mods in my chat. Who wants moderator ability? I'll just hand it out. Just handing it out. Well, I don't want to toast a perfectly good armor optical. So how do I do this here? I know, toothpick to the rescue, huh? That'll do. That'll do, donkey. There we go. How to desolder an armor optical using a toothpick. And a soldering iron. Maybe. Oof, nope, I might just end up toasting the switch. That's a shame. Send him powers. Nah. Is joke. I'm sorry, boyos. I'll make when I become YouTube famous, you guys, all you OG homies will get moderator, okay? But for right now, I think we're doing okay. So far, we're doing okay. I don't really play Overwatch, more on the Marvel rival side these days. Oh, that's good to know that some people are still playing that game. I remember when it came out, it was like such a smash hit. Like, you guys remember BattleBit? That was another one that, like, died out pretty quickly, right? Which GPX client, ATK or MCHOSE? Yes. I picked the ATK. I like the shape more. You can go watch Daz's video. Damn, I'm on opticals, dude. I just had to try to test the optical 5-pin setup. Now I'm doing what Mr. Leafish was doing, where he would disassemble his switches. Crazy man. A9 Ultimate with armor should be the final boss of clones. Yeah, pretty much. It seems to be the best shape. Like, it's actually a better GPX. I don't know, the G23V2 is also good. My Amron opticals on the G23V2 feel pretty good. There we go. That was a pain in the ass. Alright. Man, work has been really tough for me though. I've had a rough past couple of weeks. I'm on a team that I'm not normally on. I'm like in a different department. Still sort of doing my job, but it's not what I signed up for. It's tough. It's tough. Like, part of me is like, man, I should just, you know what? I'll just, like, go get a freaking job driving for Amazon or something. I want to be outside. I want to get a job where I can be outside. Do any of you guys have jobs where you work outside? That'd be nice. I had a friend who, for summer, worked for his local city's, like, Parks and Recreation department. Haha, insert joke about the TV show. He loved it. He got so tan, though. I was like, what did you actually do with it? And he did like lawn care pretty much. So they're like public spaces, public parks. Weed whacking, and I don't think he ever drove the lawnmower, but yeah, weed whackers, weed eaters, whatever you want to call them. Plus, among other things, I think. What's your work? I'm a mechanical engineer. I currently work for an automotive supplier. We build paint shops for automotive. So that's the thing. It's like, it's not even that interesting, mechanical engineering. It's like, it's more like construction. And as a person who's like previously worked at pretty exciting startups, working in construction, it's not interesting. It's just about churning out drawings. It's just all structural steel and whatnot. It's pretty boring stuff. Hence why I have a job interview on Monday. At a much more interesting company, a startup, additive manufacturing company, 3D printing. But there's a couple things about it that have me a little concerned. But mainly that, like, when I asked how many hours a week are expected, and I didn't want to, you know, in the phone interview, I didn't want to come across as like the person who sits there watching the clock, counting the hours, because I'll be a team player, and like if I love what I do, I don't mind working extra without pay. But also I've been at startups before where it is like, on the first job I had out of college, dude, that startup environment. Over the course of 4 years I was there, I averaged 60 hours a week. The number of weeks that I worked less than 50 hours, I could probably count on my two hands. And I definitely got taken advantage of there. And again, this is all unpaid overtime. I don't know, I think some of you guys in other countries, like I think Europe is a little bit more fair when it comes to labor laws, but yeah, it was all unpaid overtime. And it was like a really toxic work environment too. So like when I asked that, the HR lady responded back being like, oh, well, her words were, we do what we need to do to get the job done. And I just very famously remember that exact phrase at my old job that was really toxic. So a little bit of like PTSD there. But this job, like otherwise, it's really good. It's really good in a lot of other regards. It's using a piece of software that I don't rather like and I'm not rather experienced with. So I'm a little bit nervous that they're just gonna throw my resume in the garbage. Because I talked to an HR lady for the phone screening, right? And they don't really know. Like they know like, oh, okay, CAD software. You know, their objective when they're grabbing resumes is make sure it has 3D experience on it. But if it's like the wrong software, you know, they're probably going to have me do like a CAD test, and I'm going to have to be like, yeah, guys, I'm literally beginner level with SolidWorks. I've used CATIA and Inventor in my professional career, not SolidWorks. So, more than happy to learn it. I just won't hit the ground running quite as quickly as you guys might want. And at a fast-paced you know, you gotta remember, like, some big companies, they are big on training and all that jazz, but startups won't always be that way. Because they got shit to do. So, yeah, those are my two big concerns with it. It's their design software and the hours. She said that they do, she's like, I don't know, we do what we need to do to get the job done. She's like, we definitely don't do 60-hour weeks all the time like what you say. But she was like, but if I'm being honest, you know, I remember last year we did have one pretty big deadline, and to hit it, it was probably about a week or two that we did work that much. And I'm fine with that. If you enjoy the work, it can be, I really don't mind that. But yeah, again, it's just the taking advantage of, you know. And also, I'm getting older, and I know she said that everyone there is like young. Well, as you get older, you have less tolerance for BS. You have other priorities, like, I don't know, I have a kid on the way. My poor dog is locked up all day. I gotta come home and let her out. Yeah, just priorities, man. Now, another really cool thing about the job, it's walkable. Which, guys, I'm in a suburban area. I am not in a big urban city with public transportation and all that stuff, which might be like crazy to especially the non-Americans in the audience. But yeah, to have a walkable job here in the US is nuts. Oh, I wonder if I lost the plunger. Oh, here's the plunger. Okay. Certainly saves on gas. Yeah. Like my current job, though, I have a pretty fuel inefficient car, but my commute's only like 15 minutes. Yeah, my current job, my current job is totally fine, but that's just it. It's fine. And it's just not interesting. And after having been at like two much more interesting startups, I had to leave the first one because it was toxic. I left the second one while we were actually laid off because the startup ran out of money. But they were much, much, much more interesting. So then it's weird working this like more corporate job where it's, I don't know. Daz works a pretty corporate job. I can't really, I'm not gonna dox him. He's specifically kept it hidden where he works, but he's a software developer for a very large company. And I don't know. I know, so I'm in the automotive industry, so there's a lot of people, so US automakers are like Ford, GM, Stellantis, you know, Chrysler, Dodge. The people who work there are, it's interesting how there's a lot of lifers at those companies. They're in that company for their whole career because there's so much like movement that you can do within the job oftentimes. There's a certain level of like soul-sucking acceptance mega corporation that you have to accept. And that's something that I really struggle with. But on the flip side, you are a lifer at these companies and you're very well rewarded. You know, people retire at 55 and have industry leading compensation, and oh my god, dude, they get 3 months of 100% paid paternity leave. Not even maternity leave, paternity leave. 100% paid. That's just wild. And being at a small company, you're never gonna get that. So I don't know, it's a trade-off. I don't want to have my soul sucked though. Bro, I cannot put this Armored Optical back together. I am just gonna put it in a bag and figure it out later. Because I have like lost interest in that. I just want to solder in a new switch. Where'd the plunger go? Trying to feel for it. I don't know. Maybe I dropped it and it's gone for good. Rip. A little baggy for it. I'm in construction. We do a lot of plant maintenance and upgrades. Oh, interesting. Plant maintenance and upgrades. Okay. Yeah. What do you do in construction, though? What mice have you been using most lately? I don't know. I take stuff to work all the time. I haven't had a ton of time to game. I mentioned the VGN F2 being on my desk. That's been on my desk, that's for sure. I picked these switches. Okay. What else have I used a lot of? I just received a Lamzu Maya X Purple Shadow in the mail today because my lowball $50 offer got accepted. I don't know why. I already have a Maya X. I'm crazy. I have a problem. Yeah, I'm interested what Thomas Bryce does. You say you work in construction for plants. What kind of manufacturing plants? And what do you do when you say you do construction? Are you on the office side or laborer side? And then what do you do more specifically? Yeah, I do want to be outside. Like, the end goal would literally just be to have my own business. I think that every single day. I'm like, I'm so... Even if I got this job at this here startup, this 3D printing startup that sounds so cool, that the walkable one, at the end of the day, it's still not mine, you know? You can put your blood, sweat, and tears into it, but it's still not yours. It's somebody else's. And that is definitely giving me food for thought. But the problem is, my wife's career is not quite... So she's a physical therapist, and physical therapists don't really make very good money. I mean, it's like... It's going to be it's, you know, it's like a starting physical therapist salary is like $70K where I live. Which is not bad, but for needing to take out $120K in student loans, it's terrible. You have to go to a school and get a doctor of physical therapy degree. But you're not paid like a doctor. You're paid like a third of what a doctor gets. So We have all the student loans to pay off, and then her job is pretty cool. It's like really flexible hours. She's paid as a contractor though, so she doesn't get any medical benefits. So that means if I like quit my job to start my own thing, I would have to spend, I don't know how much, it would probably be a little bit cheaper because we're young, but insurance for the two of us for a month, health insurance would probably be like $2,000 or something like that. It'd basically be another mortgage. So yeah, like starting my own business ain't happening anytime soon. At least not like quitting my job and doing it. So I don't know. But guys, I have like so many mouse related business ideas. I probably would stick on the more technical side of things. Like I don't think I would go, I'd probably go, like if I could, I would go a little bit harder into the YouTube side of things, but that like wouldn't be the main income source like how, you know, Boardsy or other people are. I'd probably start up my own brand. I even have a few ideas on how I would do things. Maybe a little bit more fun, a little bit differently. But I don't know. Then you see people like what was that pad company that Raven mouse pads that went out of business? Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hang on, guys. Okay, there we go. I'm back. Yeah, so I gotta end the stream in a second. I'm gonna do one last switch test and see how these Juanos feel. And then I gotta go start cooking some dinner. That was my wife leaving work. Yeah, something else about her job, because she's like an hourly contractor for, it's actually pretty cool. It's a it's a husband and wife who they each had their own physical therapy business separately before they got together, and then they got together and they have continued running each of their own businesses separately, and it just works out well for them. They both are physical therapists. Well, the one's a physical therapist, the other one's like a physical therapist assistant. So he actually does need to have a physical therapist at his location in order to practice, because he has to practice using like my wife's license. Anyway, point is, they signed a prenup too prior to their marriage, because, you know, you both have businesses that you don't want to ruin because if a marriage goes south. And it's just so funny. They're just two peas in a pod. They're really cool, and she works for both of them, and she likes them both so much, and she loves her workplace. But yeah, not having any benefits is, yeah. Anyway, but because she's hourly, she works kind of wacky. You know, it's like based on your patience is when you work. So like, she often, it's almost 7:20 here, and she's leaving work now because, you know, she got in today at noon and then works till 7 o'clock. And like the hourly rate's good, but you have to factor in that you are paying self-employment tax, which is 10% here in my state. And well, that's federal. So you are taxed higher than other jobs, and you don't get benefits. But she's on my benefits right now, so there's that. But yeah, it's like a good gig. She's happy with it. I'm really glad. It took a lot to get to where she is. Like, believe me, there was a lot of sleepless nights about, you know, it didn't happen overnight. It's not that she just started these two gigs and it just happened and she just started making money. It was a very slow ramp up. It was like probably like 6 months or so of working like 1 to 8 hours a week. Basically enough to like pay for her gas and her lunches, kind of a thing. So Sup, Solo? Hey, good to see ya. Anyway, yeah, I'm concerned about starting my own brand, and it just happens. The same thing happens to Raven Pads. Happens to me, and again, it's not about like, bro, the Raven Pad guy. He was passionate. It's not just like, oh, if you're passionate, you'll just figure it out. No, sometimes it doesn't work that way. Oh, these feel great. Maybe a little bit on the stiff side. Yeah, I might have to fulcrum bend these just a hair. I'm going to do that real quick. And then I really need to go start dinner. Fulcrum bend just a little bit. Solo, thank you for messaging the Lethal Gaming Gear Diet Meister, whatever the hell his name is. Thank you for messaging him because I'm gonna share your screenshot on Mousecast of your message about the LA1v2. I will say though, they shouldn't have to choose such a divisive graphic. Wait, who? Infinity Mice? What's divisive about the Infinity Mice logo? Because it's like a mouse's tail and like the Infinity Raven. Oh, did they have a divisive logo? What was it? I should go look this up real quick. Hang on. Let me put this screw in and then I'll go look it up. Let's get your take, Schwamper. Graphic, not logo. Oh. Was it just like a really cringy thing that they opted to do for their artwork? Yeah, you gotta start. I thought it was just a plain pad. People just didn't like it. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, if I were to do a mouse pad, there's a right way to do it, and it's to have some palatable options at the start. You don't want to nuke your Raven mouse pads. This is not what I'm looking for. Raven Mori? Like these? Wait a second, I remember these. Mori V2 control. Black Friday deals are pretty good right now on Amazon. RRQ X2H. Really? No, they said this is clean. I like this green. Apparently there was a green like this back in the day that used to contain arsenic in paint. I watched a video on that today. Let's check Amazon for the... Sure, you know what? We'll check Amazon. Gaming mouse. Let's check the Black Friday deals here. I have one of these, a sleeper. I got it for like 15 bucks. Whoa! The Extrafy M50 is like under $10 after coupon? Huh. Sorry, I gotta switch screens. I'm dumb. There you guys go. Let's see what else here. The M916 standard is, yeah, I will post this to Reddit, to Mouse Reviews, or to Mouse Deals, to our, not Reddit, Jesus, I can't talk, to Deals chat. What else we got going on here? R1 SE Plus. Yeah, that Cherry Extrafy is an insane price, but it's also not like an insane mouse. But I guess if you're just curious about the shape, you can get into it for like next to nothing, which is pretty cool. The Yugen. All right, let's try searching. Viper V3 Hyperspeed for $43 is pretty decent, guys. That's not bad. You can battery mod them to a rechargeable battery, and it ends up being like the same weight as a Pro. And because they have mechanical switches, you can solder armor and opticals into it. Death Adder V3 Pro is $75. That's an alright price. Harpy Ace is on sale. Oh wow, the Saber V2 Pro is on sale. Just released. Post that one too. Oh yeah, I remember the G Pro Wireless. Lol. The Uweeden. Let's try searching Uweeden. X23 Pro. So yeah, the parrot green one is on sale. That's not like an insane price, but sure, I'll post it. Yeah, the X23 is a decent shape. It's too bad it's 3311 only. And then let's try searching Pulsar, and then I should take down the stream because I'm supposed to be cooking dinner right now. Yeah, so the X2 Crazy Light, I saw this. The special colorways are $90. That's pretty decent. Let's try X2H Crazy Light, see if these guys are on sale. Yeah, wow, X2H Crazy Light is in fact also on sale. Sure, I will post that. Death Adder V3 Hyperspeed, not bad. It's a good one. X2H V3. Oh, wait a second. Wait. Who was... Wait, Soul Out. Who was the one who was looking for an X2H sale? Who was that? Somebody was looking for an X2H deal. X2H V3. Oh, I think that was Soul Out. Yeah, that was you. Okay, but you already bought one. Okay, well, dang, $50 for one, dude. That's like open box price. That's pretty good. X2H V3 ES. Do we have any other color options? No. Normal X2H. Yeah, I see. Okay, so the normal X2H ranges in price. RRQ. I don't love that color. I mean, I think it's cool, but it's an RRQ like a Japanese retailer. Go to medium. X2H ES. Red X2H ES for $71 is not terrible. I don't know. They are refreshing their lineup, so it's also like, do you really want to? Look, you can see the hip flare change in between these two here. It's interesting. Okay. Well, guys, I think I need to get going. It's so funny, Hanzo. The YouTube chat thinks you're a bot and like won't give you top chat. All right. Well, I gotta go, guys. So thank you all so much for checking this out. Mousecast not happening tonight. It happens tomorrow at 10:45 p.m. Eastern. Time to go make some dinner. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Join the Discord if you're not already there. Bye.